Today we're going to talk about how to graph linear equations. This is just the first way we're going to learn. We will learn some other ways later on, but this is the first way. First, you want to get your equation in the form y equals, so you want your y by itself. And in most of the problems today, I think we'll already have that, but later on they won't always be like that. Then you're going to make an xy table, or a t-chart, whatever you want to call it. You want to choose wisely for x, because you want to try to avoid fractions if at all possible, since we're going to have to graph these. And I want you to have at least 3 ordered pairs. You can have more if you want. Then you're going to, once you get those ordered pairs, you're going to graph them, draw a line through them, and remember a line, we need arrows on each end. We do have a couple of special situations. That's one where you have y equals a number. We'll talk about that. And you also have something like x equals a number. Those are two special situations that we're talking about. So let's just look at a general equation here. Oops, sorry about that. And we have the equation y equals 2x plus 5. So it is already in the form y equals, so ready to make our xy table. Now, when I said choose wisely, remember we're going to be graphing this, so we don't want to choose like 100 because it's going to go off our graph. So I'm going to choose fairly small numbers. I almost always start with 0, which is an easy number to work with. So you're going to put the 0 in here for x and then just do the math. So 2 times 0 is 0 plus 5 would give us a 5. Pretty easy. Put a 1 in. 2 times 1 is 2, plus 5 is 7. Getting a little bigger, I don't know how big our graph is, so I might want to put a negative number in. So if I put a negative 1 in, 2 times negative 1 is negative 2, plus 5 would give me a 3. So I ought to be able to graph these ordered pairs. So 0, don't go anywhere right or left, and then go up 5. Put your point. 1, 7, so right 1, up 7. Put a point. And left 1, up 3. Put a point. Now, if they don't lie in a straight line, that's a clue to yourself that you did something wrong. So you draw a line through these and put arrows on it. And remember, that means it goes on forever, so there's lots of other points on there. We're just finding 3 points is all I'm making you find. You could find a lot of other points on that line. Okay, the next one, again, it's already in the form y equals, so we just need to make our xy table. I like to choose 0. 3 times 0 is 0. Choose a 1. 3 times 1 is 3. A 2. 3 times 2 is 6. If I want to choose a negative number, I would get negative 3. You don't have to have that many, but you could. 0, 0 is the origin. Go right 1, up 3. Right 2, up 6. Maybe it'll make my point. There we go. And left 1, down 3. And again, they do all form a straight line, so we're looking good. Draw our line through there. Put arrows on it. When we do put more than these on, more than one on a graph, we'll need to number. Usually it's nice to number down towards the arrow side of it so they can find it. So this would be number 2 if we had another line on here. That would help us distinguish between the two. Alright, y equals negative 4. This is that situation I told you, and you won't always need to make a table if you learn this. But it doesn't say anything about x, so no matter what x is, what is y going to be? Negative 4. No matter what x is, what is y going to be? Negative 4. No matter what x is, what is y going to be? A y is always negative 4. So 0, negative 4 is going to be down here. 1, negative 4, 2, negative 4. So what kind of line is this? It is a horizontal line. So anything in the form y equals a number will always be a horizontal line. Horizontal. So if you know that, you can just go down 4 in this case and graph it. Or if it says y equals 2, you're just going to go up 2 right there, and it's going to be a horizontal line like that. So if you know that, you don't even have to make a table. That's one I wouldn't make you make a table on. Again, y is by itself, so we're ready to make our xy table. I choose 0, 3 minus 0 is 3. Choose 1, 3 minus 1 is 2. Choose 2, 3 minus 2 is 1. So 0, 3, 1, 2, and 2, 1. And that's it. Alright, now we're going to talk about something else called the x and y intercepts. Y-intercept is going to be very important later on, but the x-intercept is where the line crosses the x-axis. So let me sketch a graph here. This would be the point right here where that crosses the x-axis. That's the x-intercept. Well, then the y-intercept is where the line crosses the y-axis. So it would be this point right here. Right there. And again, x-intercept is right there. So what do you know about the y-coordinate when it crosses the x-axis? We know that y will be 0, and same thing about the y-intercept. We know the x-coordinate will be 0. So these are the things we're going to use to find it. So if I want to find the x-intercept, I'm going to do what this says. Let y equal 0. So in my equation, I'm going to put a 0 in here for y. Well, 2 times 0 is 0, so I just get the equation 3x equals 8. Divide by 3, and I get x equals 8/3. So the x-intercept is 8/3. To find the y-intercept, I'm going to do what it says, which is let x be 0. So x equals 0. So this time if I let x be 0, I'm going to get a 0 over here, and I'm going to get 2y equals 8. Divide by 2, y equals 4. Now, I'm just going to sketch a quick graph up here. This is not an ordered pair 8, 3, and 4. This would be the ordered pair 8, 3, 0, remember, and this would be the ordered pair 0, 4. So the y-intercept is 4, so 1, 2, 3, 4, so right about there. And the x-intercept is, how many times 3 go into 8? 2 times with 2 left over. 2 and 2/3, so 1, 2, so something like that. And then you could draw your line through those two if you wanted to. I don't believe I'll make you graph on the homework on this one. What will the line x equal 2 look like? So let's think about that. X equal 2. So it's not y equal this time, it's x equal. So if you were thinking about a table, x is always 2. Y can be anything like 0, 1, 2, 3, or whatever. So what is that type of line going to look like? X equals 2. Well, 2, 0, 2, 1. So what kind of line is it? It is a vertical line. So that's what an x equal number, some number will be a vertical line.